Well, hello everybody. This is JDL Productions, and as you probably read by the title, this is going to be, yes, yet another smoke alarm unboxing. So here's the box. As you can see, I'm on my bed again. Floor kind of got a little old, so yeah. But this alarm is a very interesting one. It's a brand that I have yet to talk about on this channel. Well, maybe I mentioned them once or twice, but I haven't really talked about them that much, and this is the first unit that I now own by this brand. So yeah, and I had to wait all day to unbox this because of course it had to arrive when I was at work. So it is a little later in the day because usually I'm not at work when I make these videos, or usually it's a day I'm not working. But let's just go ahead and do this, shall we? And I'm using about the worst method I have ever used to unbox an alarm, and that is using a screw. Don't even ask. So, yeah, let's just go ahead and do this. I'm actually going to open it out of the shot. What am I doing? That would literally contradict the entire unboxing aspect of the video. Okay, yep, that's not going to work. That is very much not going to work. Kind of seems like it would, but it doesn't. So, let's see if I can find a better tool. This is how organized I am. I'm digging through my junk drawer, trying to find something to open this up with. Okay, well, we'll just use the other stupid method that some people use, the key. Okay, clearly that's not going to work either. Ooh. Hello. Hello, skizzers. I did not know I had these. That'll work. Alright. And if I have to, I'll freaking edit the address out. You probably know where I live anyway. Alright. Finally, got that open. So let's go ahead and see what alarm is inside. There's the bubble wrap. Actually, the box to the unit itself is in bubble wrap. Throw this off to the side. Alright. And if we zoom in here. Okay, well, of course I stopped the video on accident, because why wouldn't I? But as you can see, it is a Dayton Model 2E505 smoke alarm from the mid to late 70s or so. Now, if you are a member of the, let's see here, the fan and HVAC community, you probably recognize this brand Dayton. They have made several industrial ceiling fans, portable fans. I mean, they've made several things, and there are several different things that they've made. And smoke alarms are just one of them, apparently. Now, there are some other people that do own Dayton units. However, this is the first one that I've gotten. So, let's go ahead and open this thing up and take a look at it. So if we open up the flap to the box here, let me go ahead and zoom out a little bit. There we go. Let's lift up this other cardboard flap here. The unit is inside of a plastic bag, which is interesting. There's your manual, by the way. And I'm using manual focus. There we go, there's the manual. Let's take the unit out of this plastic bag. All right. Let's focus one more time. Or at least attempt to. So, here is the unit. Now, this may look very familiar to some of you, and that is because, yes, this uses the exact same platform, the exact same cover and everything as the Smoke Guard 800A. This is basically a relabeled Smoke Guard 800A. Well, this one's actually not an 800A technically, but I'll get to that in a second. But yeah, Dayton did relabel Statitrol units. They relabeled the later 907s, which Nathaniel has one of those, and Nathaniel does have one of these as well, or Enlind. And there are a couple other collectors that do own these as well. One of my friends, my friend Frank, I think BANF mentioned him in his latest video. He has one of these exact units as well. So, yeah, now let's go ahead and take a little bit of a look at this thing. Now, I did mention just a second ago that this technically isn't an 800A rebrand. It is technically an 800C rebrand. And I will show you why. So, if we take the bracket off, which I think it's held in with this little screw thing here. It's kind of interesting. And we take the bracket off. If I can get it to unlatch from this other side here. There we go. All right. Now, you can see that if I focus, let's focus one more time. I'm so sorry I turned on manual focus mode, y'all. But anyways, as you can see, there are these two wires here. Now, you may be questioning, oh, is this an AC powered unit? No, it is actually not an AC powered unit. These two wires right here are for a relay contact. And the Statitrol unit, the Smoke Guard unit that used that, is the 800C. So this is technically a relabeled 800C. Very interesting. And there were a couple other brands that relabeled Statitrol units as well. Emerson, Rittenhouse. There were a few others. They're all kind of tied in a little bit. I'm pretty sure Statitrol was actually owned by Emerson at one point. I'm not positive about that. But, yeah, very interesting. And this is actually the first 800A based unit, or at least from this era, Statitrol unit that I have in my collection. Let's see if I can get this battery thing off. How the hell do you get this off? I want to break it. Yeah, I have no idea how to get that thing off. That right there. I have no idea. Is it supposed to snap out? I don't know. This thing confuses me. But, anyways, and yeah, so it's basically got, of course, that classic Smoke Guard design to it, at least from this era, that 800A design. Except this one has Dayton printed in gold right there instead of Smoke Guard, like it usually would. And there is one thing slightly different about this one compared to most 800As. So if you know most 800As, at least that I know of, let me zoom out a little bit. Sorry about this. This is why I usually don't put my phone into, or my video recorder into pro mode. But as you may know, the 800As generally, they do have this piece here, which is basically a target that comes off. This one does not have that, interestingly enough. This one, the entire cover just comes off. Let's see if I can manage to get it off. I'm gonna pause real quick. Okay, well, I would show you guys the inside of this thing, but I cannot for the life of me get that cover off. I don't know. Maybe this is some strange version that does not have a removable cover because I know that the one that Frank got, his is actually a Model 2E506, whereas mine is a 2E505. Which I didn't think there was much of a difference, but I don't know. Maybe this one is like the non-removable cover version. I have no idea, but I cannot get the cover off this thing, and it looks like there is something in there kind of preventing it from or it looks like there's something in there that's like connected to the cover and the base, preventing it from coming off. So I don't know. Maybe this is a non-removable cover version. I have no idea. However, the good news is, if I focus here, which there's a little bit of a better shot of the manual, by the way. I don't know if I actually showed you guys, but I did finally manage to get this battery door open, and as you can see, there are 6 original Ever-Readies in there. Very, very cool. I'm going to see if I can get those out and put in some fresh batteries so that we can test this thing. But, yeah, very, very interesting. Now, as I mentioned, there are a few different versions of these a few different versions of the Static Troll units that Dayton did relabel. There was, of course, this one, of course. There was the 800A, the regular 800A rebrand, which I believe was the 2E495. There was also the 2E506, which is, like I said, identical to this one, basically. It's just 2E506 for some reason and not 2E505. I still can't figure out what the difference is. Like I said, maybe the removable cover, but I don't know. And there's also, like I said, a relabeled version of this, the 907A2 and B2, which Nathaniel does have one of those. I cannot remember the model number at the moment. But, yeah, I don't think there were any other ones. If there was a relabeled version of the 700, which I don't think there is, that would be very cool. And those are probably non-existent if they do exist. But, yeah, I don't really know what else there is to say about this. I am probably going to grab some batteries and power this thing up and see if we can get this thing sounding off. So I will be right back. And before I do that, here's a little bit of a better shot of the inside of the unit. You can't really see much, but there's the horn in there, which this one does use a Kobishi LB27. And there is your duocentric chamber in there, which pretty much all these use. So, yeah, now I am officially going to get this thing powered up. And there are the old batteries right there. Surprisingly, none of them leaked. Well, leaked really badly and created a mess. They all seem to be in pretty good condition. Alright, there we go. So as you can see, this thing is powered and the LED inside is flashing very rapidly. And these batteries, by the way, pain in the ass to get in. A lot of people talk about that when they buy these 800A based units and they're trying to put the batteries in for the first time. They're like, damn, this is difficult. Yeah, it is. That's no myth. All right, it's definitely a reality. So, this thing, like I just showed you, is powered up. So, let's go ahead and take our smoke spray and set it off. 3, 2, 1. Oh, kind of did something there. Let's see if we can get it to go longer. Well, there you go. You heard it. I didn't see if the indicator is on constantly when I do it. I know the indicator on Nathaniel's does not. Let's see. I'm gonna try this one more time. I'm gonna put it right up to the camera here, so we can see together. All right. Oh. Well, I mean, it was kind of on a little bit. I don't know if you could see it, but it was doing it like very, very, very dimly. Interesting.
Yeah, that is very odd. But, yeah, there you go. You heard it. Alright, so now we are going to put the unit off to the side here. And, what are we going to do now?
We are going to grab the manual and read through it because
I feel like I barely ever get the chance to do this anymore. So, here we go. Like always, if you want to read anything, just pause. See, does this one have a date on it? Yep, 1977. You can kind of see it there if I could see 1977. That is the California State Fire Marshal document. And, yeah, so there you have it.
so that was the
Dayton 2E505 relabeled Statical Smoke Guard 800C smoke alarm. Hope y'all enjoyed this video.